Hello, I'm Jacqueline Bambenek with Vibrational Energy Solutions, here today to bring you Jacqueline Ortiz's book, Extraordinary You. Chapter 3, Becoming Faithful. When you are going to fly the friendly skies, you board the airplane, sit down in your assigned seat, buckle up, and put your faith in the pilot to take off and land safely at your destination. You don't examine the engine and the maintenance records or burst through the cockpit and take over the instruments. You easily understand and accept that you can't possibly control every detail of the flight plan, nor are you the most qualified person to do so. Every time you board a plane, you place your trust in the hands of an airline crew that you've never even met. If you didn't trust your crew to make the best decisions regarding your safety and welfare, the outcome of your flight wouldn't change a bit, but you would be an obsessive, neurotic mess instead of a relaxed passenger, enjoying the amazing view and feeling excited about future destinations. I believe that in life, you should take a similar approach. I believe that you should know where you want to go, formulate a plan to get from where you are to where you want to go, execute the plan, and then trust the universe to guide you in discovering the most advantageous way of creating and manifesting your desire. The execution may not be exactly what you planned. You know what they say, the devil is in the details. But trust that your flight pattern is for the highest good of all, and that the outcome will be manifested by divine execution and in divine time. By all means, make sure to board the plane with your itinerary, but once you do, stop demanding that everything works according to your stringent timetable, your detailed execution. Stop dictating commands and insisting that everything goes your way. Surrender the specifics of the flight pattern to the universe. Have faith. While you are at it, trust that some of the universe's or God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. Faith is not just about surrender, it's about gratitude. Many times what we want is the superficial desires of the ego and not what is for our greatest good. When God or the universe says no, trust in the higher plan and be thankful that this or something better is being created just for you. God's delays are not necessarily God's denials. If what you want isn't being manifested quickly enough, it may be because there are other people in need of personal growth and certain circumstances must be in place before your greatest good can come into play. If you have ever been on a long vacation or journey, you know that some of life's greatest joys lie in the unexpected detours along the way. Surrender to the moment, to what is, rather than trying to force what you envision to be. Surrender to the ride and be grateful for where it takes you. Surrender to the present moment. Surrendering is not about giving in or giving up. It is about tuning in and tuning up your faith. Surrendering is about transcending the ego and the need to control a particular situation, outcome, or person, including yourself. Surrendering is having the faith that despite the chaos, pain, and suffering of the present moment, there is a higher universal plan for your life in place, and in divine time, it will be revealed. When you surrender, you are allowing the universal life force to guide you on your path. Trust me, it is a much smoother and direct path than the neurotic ego's meandering road of striving and acquiring. Surrender to the moment, to what is, rather than trying to force what you envision should be. Surrendering means to surrender to what is, not to what the ego wants it to be right now, or what the ego thinks the past should have been, or what the ego thinks it requires or wants for the future. Surrendering is being in the present moment, here and now. Surrendering isn't a license to be passive or an excuse to be a doormat and let life pass you by. Surrendering isn't about giving up or giving in, but if you are someone who always needs to have things go their way, or who possesses a strong, controlling, or willful ego, then surrender will seem like defeat to you, when in reality, it is far from defeat. Surrendering is empowering. It is learning to let go of situations and circumstances that are beyond your control so that you can more clearly focus on what you can control, your authentic self and your emotions. You surrender to the fact that the universe will present you with life lessons over and over again until you learn them. And one of these major lessons is the lesson of surrendering. In surrendering, I'm not talking about sacrificing your integrity or principles. There may be times when you feel compelled to stand up and fight. At these times, you need to evaluate your situation. You may decide that it is necessary not for the ego's sake, but for humanity's sake, to stand up and defend something that you value, such as giving voice to those who have no voice, or helping those who can't defend themselves, or to stop perpetuating an injustice, such as discrimination. If you feel compelled to take a stance on a particular issue, then go for it. Commit wholeheartedly. When I speak on surrendering, I'm talking about recognizing when the situation is out of your control, after you have given your all, or you have realized that it is not for the highest good for all. Stop resisting and persisting. It's time to surrender to the universe. Most times you need to recognize that things are out of your control and you have to let go and surrender. Surrendering means that you don't blame the past or deny its existence, which just contributes to stagnation. Surrender doesn't mean that you just let life happen to you, an unlucky victim of fate or circumstances. You take responsibility for your part in creating the situation. You may think that you are an unfortunate victim caught in the crossfire of life, but you aren't. Consciously or unconsciously, you contributed to your experiences. You may be thinking, I would never have created such a painful experience. But consciously, or more likely unconsciously, you created this and every event you have experienced to learn valuable lessons for your soul's natural progression and growth. Surrendering means that you make an objective analysis of your situation, dig deep for the lessons, and then apply them. Be willing to have an open heart, let go, and release yourself from the pain and suffering that was uniquely created by this infinitely intelligent and compassionate universe to further your growth. Stop asking, why me? Instead, surrender and accept what is, and then release it. When you stop throwing yourself pity parties, you have more time to devote yourself to assisting and contributing. This frees you up emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually to be proactive by volunteering or donating money, time, or goods. You become part of the solution instead of part of the problem. Shortcut to fulfilling your divine purpose. Your pilgrimage toward your authentic self will uncover your divine purpose in life. When you uncover your divine purpose, use your purpose as a guidepost for accomplishment. In other words, don't get fixated on a particular outcome, specific details, a narrow timeline, or a specific situation, or on a specific situation, place, or person. Your fixation on controlling your journey will not serve any purpose other than added delays, detours, pain, and suffering. To surrender signifies release. It is the art of letting go. a release from judgment, from fear, from guilt, from anger, from a specific outcome, from ego, from control, and from everything that separates you from love, compassion, and your higher self. Practice releasing fear and guilt and filling yourself up with love, compassion, and forgiveness. Don't waste your divine energy by trying to force things. Trust that the delays, disappointments, and frustrations you are experiencing are necessary and appropriate, and that they are preparing you for the next stage in your life. Your gifts are just around the corner. You are just a noble reward for surrendering and trusting in the infinite wisdom of the universe. I wanted things to work out the way I wanted, in my narrow time frame, and who doesn't? But the more I struggled, strove, and resisted, the further off course I got. And the more my ego fought, the more miserable I grew. As long as I was attached to a lucrative career for the purpose of making money rather than a meaningful career for the purpose of making a contribution and finding personal fulfillment and joy, the more it eluded me. It wasn't until I got my priorities straight, released my attachment, and surrendered to my highest good that I started to feel a perceptual shift, which was the catalyst for attracting and aligning my passion and purpose for the highest good. Ironically, just by seizing my struggle against surrendering, I surrendered, and with that, I experienced true inner peace. Start living life unscripted, trusting in the infinite love and compassion of the universe. Take a leap of faith and surrender. The gift of surrendering. You may think that by surrendering we are giving something up, but the opposite is true. When you are surrendering, you are opening yourself up to receive. You are receiving life's lessons that exist to fortify and enrich your growth. You are rewarded with faith and trust. You are given freedom from worry and the need to control. Surrendering will open doors for you. Synchronistic events will assist you along your path as you align with the universe to fulfill your life path. The process of surrendering to be aware. Become aware of what you are resisting and demanding a specific outcome for. There is immense power in awareness. When you are aware of what you are doing, you own it, thereby empowering yourself to change it. By accepting, be accepting. Be accepting of what is, without insisting or resisting. Acceptance does not mean that you condone it or endorse it. Acceptance is a state of mind that offers you peace. Live by Reinhold Niebuhr's Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Be positive. Positive thinking is the antidote for toxic and addictive thought patterns. Feelings and behaviors that keep you stuck in resistance and insistence. When you become committed to choking off the negative inner dialogue that robs you of your happiness, energy, and potential, you give birth to possibilities and hope. Be free of guilt and fear. Establish the habit of releasing fear and guilt and replacing it with love, compassion, and forgiveness. Make a list of all the things you are afraid of and hold lingering guilt over, and vow to love yourself and forgive yourself for each item on the list. Make a choice to wholeheartedly love and support yourself despite your current circumstances. Remember, you can't control what is, but you can choose your perception while your reality shifts. Be free of judgment. Be free of the ego-based tyranny of judging, self-absorption, labeling, and criticizing, so that you can have peace of mind and self-love. Be kind rather than right. Choose to be kind and compassionate over right and mighty. Surrender the need to always be right. Instead, choose to be happy. Be of faith. Just release, let go, and let God. Simply make a commitment to trust and surrender. Be silent. Have a meditative mind. Arrange a time and place for the gift of silence. Turn off the inner dialogue and turn inward. Be creative. Write a letter of surrender. Wave a white flag of surrender while visualizing surrendering to what is, right here, right now. So the process of surrendering to be is be aware, be accepting, be positive, be free of fear and guilt, be free of judgment, be kind rather than right, be of faith, be silent, and be creative. An attitude of gratitude. Living in a state of gratitude sparks your energetic vibrations so that you can magnetically attract your desires. Now that you've accepted where you are in life and put your trust in the universe, it's time to extend that idea even further by celebrating what you have right now in this present moment that you have surrendered to. Live your life with an attitude of gratitude. This means that you are grateful and appreciative for all that you have and for where you are on your path right now, not where you were in the past or where you want to be in the future. It is being grateful for what you are experiencing right here, right now. What gratitude feels like. When you are in a state of gratitude, your heart fills with the blissful feeling of being blessed with the many gifts and allows you to fully appreciate everything that arises on your path. Your breath is deep, serene, and nourishing. Your heart feels light and peaceful. Your heart sings. You feel love and awe for life itself. You feel alive. You feel hopeful. You feel confident. You are aware of synchronistic occurrences. You feel connected to the universe and its infinite graciousness. You feel a spontaneous need to be compassionate, to be kind, to be generous. You automatically feel joyful. You feel a spring in your step and you march to your own drumbeat. You feel totally and wholly blessed. Natural repellent. Unknowingly, we repel the things that we desire the most with our toxic thoughts, behaviors, beliefs, and condemnations. The most effective way to repel what we desire is by being ungrateful and taking what we have for granted. The universe provides everything we need in order to exist: water, oxygen, plants, food, natural riches, and shelter. We have all we need, and for this we should be infinitely grateful. It's perfectly all right to want more, but first we must acknowledge and be grateful for the things that we have in our lives. But most of all, take the air we breathe, and the water we drink, and the food we eat, for our basic existence for granted. Those things aren't enough for us. We feel compelled to strive and acquire the BMW, the large house, the corner office, or the designer goods without truly appreciating the things we already have. This just invites discontent. It breeds fear in us, and with it, the need to strive, to do more, to have more, to be better. It creates the illusion of a world of scarcity and lack and limitation. It's the perfect recipe for disappointment and unhappiness. If you believe, think, and behave as if you don't have enough, you won't. You will create your own self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't repel what you already have by taking it for granted. Be grateful for everything, and you will be rewarded beyond your wildest imagination. If you are willing to be an open mind and heart, you can find the courage to dig deep within your soul and discover the hidden gifts present in even the most challenging life lesson. Make the transformation from striving and acquiring to giving and sharing. Stop comparing what you have, who you are, and where you are with what you wish you could have, be, and do, and truly enjoy what exists right here and now. It is easier to be grateful when life is going your way. The challenge is to be grateful during difficult times. This is when you are most likely to focus on lack and scarcity, and on mistakes made, suffering, lost opportunities, and lost time. It is during challenging times that it is vital to be appreciative for what you have in order to invite more of the good. Challenging times are also ideal for reflection and contemplation. Examine your life. What are the lessons this compassionate universe is presenting as an opportunity for you to heal yourself? Examine the recurring themes that seem to be playing out in your life. Look for the hidden lessons in the challenges you are facing. Draw awareness to the lesson and appreciate the opportunity that it is offering you for spiritual growth. Then make a commitment to learn the lesson so it won't have to be repeated again and again. There is always something to be grateful for if you are willing to search for it with an open heart. For instance, you can be grateful for the lessons you learned. You can be grateful for your newfound strength and courage. You can be grateful for the people that have come into your life. You can be grateful for discovering who you are and who your true friends really are. And you can be grateful for the opportunity to heal. And if everything else fails, you can always be grateful for being alive. Just be grateful. It's not enough to be grateful for the big, glorious gifts presented to you in shiny wrappers and bows. You need to notice and be grateful for the little things in life. The token of expression so often taken for granted in your harried life. A smile, a flower, a thank you, a card, holding hands, eye contact, or a compliment. As you strive to keep your focus on the present moment, you will be able to experience your full wonder of the here and now. Extraordinary size 7. Look for the things for which you can be grateful, and every morning or evening make a list of all the things that make you feel blessed. This exercise is especially important when you feel like you don't have enough, or when you feel discouraged because others seem to have much more than you. Really feel the emotion of gratitude. Don't just say you are grateful in a detached manner. Fill your heart and soul with gratitude. Fill yourself up until you can actually feel your body vibrating at a higher level of energy. You will feel a sense of lightness, bliss, and inner peace. Below, I have listed a few initiatives to serve as a springboard for filling yourself up with an attitude of gratitude. Instead of feeling scarcity and lack, volunteer to help those who are less fortunate than you. This is a true wake-up call to feel blessed for all that you have. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, look for the gift in each challenging event, and make a commitment not to let the lesson go unlearned or unappreciated. 3. Give the gift of compliments. Look for opportunities to compliment people, things, or situations. Don't forget to compliment yourself for a job well done, for experiencing gratitude, and for being in the moment. 4. Make a commitment to feel blessed and to offer blessings to others. This doesn't have to be a dragged-out process. It can be as simple as a heartfelt thought or expression, such as, "May you be blessed," "I feel blessed by you," or "May God, the universe, bless you and your loved ones." That was extraordinary size 7. Extraordinary size 8. This is something I would do when I felt down. It works so well that I incorporate it into my nightly ritual. Every night before going to bed, I would give blessings for my day. This was especially important when the day had been less than stellar, or when it downright stunk, because it sent my mind on a mission to search only for things which I was grateful. In this state of gratitude, I would visualize or talk myself into getting excited about the great things I had planned for the next day. I would get myself psyched for the wonderful day that I fully expected to enjoy. Can you imagine what a great frame of mind you would experience just by focusing on these empowering thoughts right before bedtime? The next morning, I would spend a few more minutes being grateful in advance for the new day, which I was certain would turn out to be wonderful. Every morning, like a kid at Christmas, I literally jumped out of bed, excited about the new day that was in store for me. I programmed myself with great expectations for the day, not, oh shoot, it's morning, time to get out of bed. It's all in the mind. Expect to have a great day, and you will. Then, even when a few challenges present themselves, your frame of mind is empowered to deal with a few inconveniences during an awesome day. It has become a ritual every evening and every morning. I look for things to be grateful for. Stop taking yourself and others for granted. Build your faith muscle by being more aware and grateful. So that is extraordinary size 7 and extraordinary size 8 that we get to do. And what I've done is I have completed extraordinary size 6, and so that was for chapter 2. And what I want to do is combine the talk, the share, where we get together and talk about chapters 2 and 3 will all be together, because there were only 3 extraordinary sizes, and I think they fit together really, really, really well. So it's been probably a couple weeks since I picked up the book, and today I just felt like I really needed to hear some Jacqueline wisdom so that she could speak to me. And yeah, it's hard, you know. Some days that is such a tragic belief, isn't it? It's a belief, and it's our beliefs that really get us stuck. But yeah, so yesterday was the anniversary of a dear friend of mine that died like 25 years ago, and just synchronistically, it was so funny when she said watch for synchronicities because they're guiding you on your path, because I went down there and to my friend's tree that they planted in her honor, and now the tree is huge and beautiful, has these amazing white blossoms on it, and I saw the tree from a different angle, and it looked like it was dancing, which was really beautiful. But truly, we get to be grateful for the things that are in our life right now, and for the beautiful words of wisdom that Jacqueline left us with, because truly her words are like gold. These are golden nuggets, and I'm so grateful you're taking the time to listen and incorporate these extraordinary sizes into your life. So I will get done with extraordinary size 7 and 8, and then I will let you know when our next discussion group will be, and we'll do chapters 2 and 3 together. So I hope to see you there. You need to join the Facebook group. I will put the link in the comments. So if anyone here has caught the reading and wondering how to get in on the discussions, that is the only way to get in on the discussions. It was only the first chapter discussion that I made available to the public. So chapters moving forward, you must be in the Facebook group. So we'll see you there. All right. From my heart to yours, sending you love, and may we all know gratitude in our hearts. See ya for chapter 4, or join me for our discussion inside the Facebook group. All right, I'm Jacqueline with Vibrational Energy Solutions, Jacqueline Bambenek with vibrational energy solutions, and hoping you are making it an extraordinary day. Bye for now.